Well, I think it's absolutely terrible. I'm glad that more people were not injured. The fact that someone that would try and kill a candidate at any level is something that is just appalling. But as you say, maybe we shouldn't be shocked given the fact that we've already had more mass shootings this year than we've had days of the year. 100 people a day are killed by someone using a gun or by accidentally shooting themselves or taking their own lives. All of those are important things to consider, but what happened today is beyond the pale.
Congressman, you are a public servant. You are somebody who campaigns. This happened at a campaign event for president. What would you say is the gravity of this situation for you?
We've been through this before. My former colleague, Gabby Gifford, was holding a town hall meeting in her district, and she was shot. Her staff member was killed. Some other people that were attending that were killed. President Kennedy was assassinated. They tried to assassinate President Ford and President Reagan. They came on January 6th to the Capitol and wanted to kill Mike Pence and Nancy Pelosi. So we really have to do everything we can to turn down the heat. We need to make sure that our differences are settled at the ballot box, not by violence.
Well, I was just going to ask you about that, Congressman. Talking about the campaign may seem almost secondary at this point. On the other hand, it's a hugely important presidential race. In what ways do you think things should be toned down? We reported earlier that campaign ads, I think on both sides, are now being pulled left and right because Biden and Trump were really kind of hitting each other hard. So the whole tone of this, at least short term, will change. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm sure it will. But in the bigger picture, some of the campaigning has been pretty outrageous, not necessarily in this particular race. But as you know, over the years, we've had campaign ads that show people shooting guns and talking about how that type of influence needs to be inserted in the political process. And it doesn't. It doesn't. We need to focus on debate and discussion of factual issues. We need to quit glorifying the nonsense and the hair on fire people who don't want to talk about facts. They want to embellish issues and create red meat scenarios for their political base, to either outrage their political base or to get more likes on their social media or to generate more campaign contributions. We need to get back to where we debate things openly and honestly.
And Congressman, how concerning is this situation to you?
Well, it's very concerning to me as an American, as a member of Congress, as the chairman of the Gun Violence Prevention Task Force in Congress, as a gun owner. I'm touched by this a number of different ways. And I think every American should be concerned, and every American should do everything we can do in order to bring us back to a time when we were able to debate issues honestly and openly and with civility.
Congressman, I've heard people speculating on whether people might be less willing to go to any kind of political event and publicly show support for one campaign or the other, which is kind of chilling. Are you having thoughts like that as to some of the fallout from this?
As I just said, we've had more mass shootings in the United States of America this year than we've had days of the year this year. Gun violence is a serious, serious issue. And this just lays on top of that the whole idea of political violence. So, yes, it'll have a chilling effect. Just like any type of violence has a chilling effect on people, on whether or not people will go to a venue.
All right, Congressman Mike Thompson, North Bay, thank you so much for coming on with us today.